Hi everybody, Mitch here. Today I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency and the risks associated with it. If you read anything in the news, you hear everybody seems to be very infatuated with crypto, and for a lot of reasons, many of which are not valid. But how do you know? And I think the biggest challenge is the amount of losses from cryptocurrency that are out there. So let's talk about the claimed reasons for cryptocurrency and why you should do that, most of which are bogus. So the first is, well, I don't want the government to know what I'm doing. Well, most cryptocurrency is recorded on the blockchain. The blockchain is inherently public. You can't change it, but anybody can look at it, including you. You can download some blockchain software onto your, literally onto your phone, but certainly onto your computer, and you can go off and see all the transactions that are being processed on the blockchain. Plus, turns out that there's maybe a half a dozen companies that control all of the cryptocurrency, major cryptocurrency validation. And so, the theory was this was supposedly distributed. It's not distributed at all. Um, and it's not anonymous. And right now, it's way more expensive. The difference between the buy and the sell, if you use an exchange, which most people do use a cryptocurrency exchange like Coinbase, the difference between the buy and the sell price is dramatic, 10%. Well, when was the last time as a merchant you paid 10% on a credit card transaction? As a merchant, if you have any kind of reasonable volume at all, you're paying 2%, 2.5%. So it's more expensive, it's slower, it's not insured, so it's not, quote, safe. But I want to spend a little bit of time, and I'm going to share my screen here to do that, um, on the risk factor. So right now, cryptocurrency crime mid-year, as of the middle of the year, is at a little bit over $2 billion stolen from cryptocurrency services. And this is only the stuff we know about. So the number is probably a lot larger than this, right? That's more than all of 2024. And the main beneficiary of it is DPRK, otherwise known as North Korea. And they claim, or the analysts claim, that that's about $1.5 billion. And it's the largest single hack in cryptocurrency history. Again, by mid-year, we're 17% higher in terms of cryptocurrency losses than 2022, which is the previous record holder. And then the other problem we got is that cryptocurrency is software based. And so we're seeing personal wallet compromises, click here or whatever. Um, and then the other thing I was just reading about, which is really kind of scary, is what's called wrench attacks, which is this is a cyber attack using a $5 pipe wrench, which is you go and I just read about one this morning. You go and kidnap somebody and say either let me into your Bitcoin wallet, or I'm going to take this pipe wrench and beat you to a pulp. Um, and one guy, the one I was reading about this morning, lost $500,000 to a wrench attack. Very low tech. You can go to any Home Depot and buy a pipe wrench. Um, it's all over the world. This is not U.S. And then the question becomes, at some point in time, you may want to launder that money and get it out of cryptocurrency. Um, that's hard, but not undoable. So if we look here at the trends here, um, this is these are you can see by the different colors here, where we are. This is 2025. This is the highest. That's the highest number here. And if we go look at, I think there's another one. Just the chart that I'm looking at. Total personal wallet stolen by the amount of money. You can see, um, 2025 is not the worst yet, but we're only halfway through the year, so that's a problem. Um, so I think it's important for people to understand, and also none of this stuff is insured, right? So if you have your money in an exchange and the exchange suffers a loss, well, maybe they'll. And I've seen plenty of stories where these cryptocurrency places, they lost whatever they lost, millions and millions of dollars, and they said, well, well, first thing they do is they shut off your ability to take your money out, right? Because they don't have any liquidity. So that's the first thing to do. So you lose access to your money, and then assuming eventually they restore it at some unknown amount of time in the future, then maybe you'll get some of your money back. Maybe you won't. It's an unknown. Um, we have, here's one DMM 300 million. Was zero. I don't even know how to pronounce some of these. 230 million, Munchable 62 million, Die, and a lot of these are what's called rug pull attacks, where these guys set up these cryptocurrencies, and then once they've driven up the price, they cash out, basically pulling the rug out from under everybody else, and the price of the coin crashes. So, I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is make sure you understand the risks and don't bet more than your lunch money on that, because you could wind up in plenty of stories we've heard where you lose everything. You lose your entire investment. So, based on that, you have to decide what your risk tolerance is and only put at risk that which you are willing to potentially lose. And remember, there's no private insurance, no government insurance. It just doesn't exist. Now, the cryptocurrency exchange or cryptocurrency software company may be able to buy some insurance, but you don't know whether they have it or whether it remains in force. So just think about that before you invest. Sorry to be a downer, but better safe than sorry. Take care. Stay safe.